Hey everybody, I hope your Friday is going well. I'm recording this in the afternoon, but by the time you see it, it will be uploaded on Friday evening, later today. In this video, I want to do a little bit of an off topic thing. The NBA playoffs, the postseason, are approaching. Tomorrow begins the 2 month long campaign to determine the 2018 NBA champions. And since all of you know that basketball is my second favorite sport, I wanted to share my predictions here. You're only going to see two videos the entire year from me every year about basketball. Right before the NBA playoffs start, make my predictions, and then I give my predictions for the final as well. Uh, Last year I did the same thing for the NBA final, but not for the playoff bracket. So don't worry, this is still going to be 99.99999% a football channel. You're just going to see just this video, and then that's it. And then 2 months from now, when the final comes, I'll make a prediction for that. But it's for fun, and this only happens once a year, and this is the only time I get to do it, so I'm gonna do it because I can. So in the Western Conference, we got the Houston Rockets, the #1 seed, against the Minnesota Timberwolves, the #8 seed. Wow, Minnesota has made it back to the playoffs for the first time in several years. I got Houston, the #1 seed, going through. Then we got Oklahoma City Thunder, the #4 seed, against the #5 seed Utah Jazz. I think it's going to be a close series, but I'm going to go with Utah in 7 games to get through. Then we got the #3 seed Portland Trailblazers versus the New Orleans Pelicans. I got the Trailblazers going through. And then we got the #2 seed Golden State Warriors against the San Antonio Spurs. Golden State will go through. But I think it's not going to be a blow. I think they're going to go through in 6 games. So basically I have Houston over Minnesota in 5. Utah over OKC in 7. Portland over New Orleans in 5. And Golden State over San Antonio in 6. And then on the Eastern Conference, then moving on to the Eastern Conference, Toronto Raptors versus the Washington Wizards. Toronto they tend to how do I say, start off the playoffs really slowly against lesser opposition. So I think Toronto will come through this in 6 games. I think Washington will take the #8 seed, will take a couple. Then we have Cleveland, #4 seed, against the Pacers, the #5 seed. I think Cleveland will win that in a sweep. No, you know what? I'll say in 5. No, I'll say a sweep. A sweep. #3 seed Philadelphia 76ers against #6 seed Miami Heat. I'm going with the Sixers to win in 6 games. And the #2 seed Boston Celtics versus the Milwaukee Bucks. I think this is going to go the full distance. I think it'll be Boston in 7. So the Western Conference semifinals, Houston against the Utah Jazz. I've got Houston winning in 5. Portland Trailblazers versus the Golden State Warriors. I've got Warriors winning in 6. Eastern Conference semis, Toronto versus Cleveland. I'm going with Cleveland. I know LeBron James is on the downturn of his career. They're the 4th-seeded team in the East this year, which is the lowest-seeded LeBron James team in many years. But I just feel like Cleveland has more experience, and I favor them over the Toronto Raptors. So I'm going to go with Cleveland in, I'm going to say 6 games. Then Philadelphia versus Boston. I'm going to go with a slight upset here. I'm going with Philly. I'm going with Philly over Boston, and I think they'll do it in 7 games. So the Western Conference final between the Houston Rockets and the Golden State Warriors. I'm going with Houston. And I'm going with Houston in 7. And then the Eastern Conference Final between the number 4 seed Cleveland Cavs against the number 3 seed Philly Sixers. I'm going with Cleveland in 5. So the NBA Finals, I have the number 1 seed team from the West, the Houston Rockets, going up against the number 4 seed from the East, Cleveland Cavaliers. And I think LeBron's going to do it again. I think this will actually end up being his last NBA title. I'm going with a 4th seed to win the NBA championship this year. It's not really common you see any team outside the top 2 for each confederation win the NBA title. You have to go back to the early 2000s to see that. But I'm going with Cleveland over Houston in the final, and I'm going in 7 games. So that's my off-topic predictions for the NBA postseason. Leave a comment below, like, subscribe. And then it's back to football tomorrow. So have a good one.